You know, still to this day, I kind of have to laugh about how I discovered the veterinary field. It was seventh grade. My class that was taught by a guidance counselor who was also my aunt. It was called Careers. She came in with a laptop, a few books, and said, here's your resources. Go ahead and just find something that interests you. So of course, what am I to do but just look up cool, fun jobs? Hundreds of results, of course: firefighter, biologist, architect. Right there at the bottom, veterinarian. And I said, yeah, I want to pick that one. My name is Carrick Perlinger, and I'm a second-year veterinary student in the Nebraska Professional Program in Veterinary Medicine. It's safe to say that I've come a long way from when I decided that being a vet was the career for me. When you're growing up in small-town Nebraska, you basically start your training day one. Working on our feedlot was my first exposure to anything animal-related. We always had, cats and dogs, but all of our livestock were pets too. So my dad put me in charge of the injections and the medication. And after doing that for a while, I got to the point where I'm thinking, yeah, I'm pretty good at this. Besides that, I was lucky enough to have veterinarians in the area that were and still are really great mentors to me. So as I learned from these people and experiences, it gave me that confidence to tell friends and family that I'm going to be a veterinarian. It's funny to think that my biggest worry used to be just getting accepted into veterinary school. In our 2-2 program with Iowa State, it's a smaller classroom setting, and our professors and resources make the hard subjects so much easier to comprehend. I feel very fortunate to have gained so much skills and knowledge in just these 2 short years. I speak the language of medicine now, and I'm starting to understand more and more when it comes to research. Of course, there's difficult times where school is overwhelming and you give just about anything to be at graduation, but kind of keeping that why in mind is what fuels the fire and keeps us driving forward. And that, of course, is made up of different things for different people, like family, your goals, and all the aspirations you might have for the future. One influence you probably hear a lot is simply a love for animals. And I really do hope that's a motivator for all of us as aspiring veterinarians, that we want to be the perfect example of the human-animal bond through our work and truly just enjoy patient interaction. And as I've grown over the years, however, I've found my primary motivation is something that includes but is broader than the love of animals. It's involved to be a simple desire to be of service whenever and wherever possible. I think the best trait of veterinary medicine is that there's constantly this opportunity to do this by being stewards of the profession and knowing that our actions have an impact on humans and animals alike. Whether it's performing surgery on someone's sick pet or treating livestock out in the field, the same principle applies. Owners are emotionally and financially invested in their animals. It's our responsibility to be a source of relief for those in need. I think back to a time when my role was not of the veterinarian, but as that person who was searching for help. I made the trip home for summer break, excited to apply for vet school. Right there at the steps was the welcoming committee, our 18-year-old dog, who always lived on the farm, named Winnie. I scratched her like usual, but our happy reunion ended pretty quickly. A hard mass, the size of my fist, sat right there in the middle of her abdomen. Cancer. It spread so quickly and I could do nothing about it but just watch as my friend went downhill. It was in those last few months with her that I found comfort in the words and actions of a veterinarian who knew what it meant to approach each case with compassion and respect. I'm grateful for those acts of kindness and that mindset of just being present. It's a mindset that I'll rely upon as a business owner someday and what I'll share as a community mentor. I see the VIP Pet Care Scholarship as such an important opportunity because it's the perfect example of that spirit of service in action. Organizations that invest in our future are what we need in the veterinary community. It builds strong doctors and kind of raises the bar for what standard care could be. Receiving this award and getting that much closer to financial freedom means being able to focus my attention on the things that matter the most, like my education, and simply being the best doctor that I can be. I'm now halfway through my veterinary schooling, still plenty to accomplish and of course explore. Whether I end up in a mixed practice or try my hand at specializing, I'm confident there's a need and a gap to be filled. This has been my veterinary blueprint. What's yours?